Hello guys, welcome back to El Merengue Culé. Barcelona 0, Galatasaray 0. A very boring game. We actually recorded the live reaction, but nothing too exciting happened, so we decided let's just break it down, analyze player by player, talk about the game. So first, let's roll the intro. Alright guys, so we're back. Let's talk about the players. What happened, right? I think for me and possibly for you, the man of the match for me was Adama Traore.
Yeah.
He was moving like silk, just getting past every player, putting in a cross. But, I mean, yeah, like we really didn't find any success with any crosses. All of Serginho Dest's crosses were just far wide or to Iñaki Peña. Again, arguably our best player of the game.
I feel like it was a Barca that lacked a lot of creativity. You know, they dominated the whole game. Yes, they had possession. I believe it was like 76% possession. Yes, Galatasaray defended well, but Barca lacked the clarity. They lacked the off-the-ball movement. Xavi did try to make some changes at the end of the first half by bringing in Busquets, Piqué, and also Dembélé up top, which did seem to make a change, a difference in the way Barca attacked. They seemed to have a little spark, and then for a moment I even said, like, I think the goal might come right now. But in the end, that spark kind of went away, and they went back to their old ways of just kind of knocking it around.
Yeah, we were very stationary. No move in the midfield, no move in the attacking third. And, you know, maybe we could get away with it a little bit more if it was like a team that's looking to bring the battle to us. And,
right.
I mean, this Galatasaray team, they know we've been good off the counterattack. So they prevented that. They parked the bus. They held 5-6 people at all times, staying back. And, yeah, they allowed us to bring the ball forward. But then they held their line really well, and we just didn't have the movement to be able to break it, to be able to do anything with it. Our crosses, again, were just not placed properly to, you know.
Yeah. And, I mean, well, so the final result is a 0-0 tie. Now, what does this mean in the overall thing? I mean, the commenters were saying a lot like, oh, Barca needs to come out here with a victory, with 2 goals at least. And, okay, from a Real Madrid perspective, you know, I think that Barca is actually going to be just fine. Like, in my opinion, you know, Galatasaray, yes, they can play a lot more aggressive once they go back to their own stadium. And I know their stadium is a very tough stadium to play because they have really good fans. They often call it as, you know, playing Galatasaray, they literally call it hell. No. Because they have all that fire and all those sparks, you know, all that stuff. So it's not going to be an easy game. But at the same time, in my opinion, Galatasaray showed such poor performance that I just find it difficult to see a scenario in which once Galatasaray finally starts attacking, that they're not gonna leave such space in the back where Barca can't capitalize on that.
Kind of what happened with Napoli. We saw the first leg that they defended really well. You know, they held us, I think it was a 1-1, and then the second leg when they tried to look a little bit more up top,
in the stadium,
they had holes. They had big gaps that they left open.
Exactly. Yeah, so I mean, if I'm a Barca fan, I mean, yeah, sure, it kind of like this result and this gameplay kind of is a bit of a step back from the momentum that you guys have been kind of carrying from those 8 games undefeated and whatnot. But in the grand perspective of is y'all's run in the Europa League in trouble, I find it hard. I find it hard for this Galatasaray team to honestly really do some damage in the second game. Anything? What else do you think about it? Anything else? Let's kind of review real quick before ending the video. I know it's kind of a short one. Literally, that's the thing. Like barely anything happened. The only terrifying main highlight of this game was actually, and I know I just came back from saying, oh God, Galatasaray didn't really do much in attack, but they did score a goal that ended up being offsides. I bet you kind of had a little bit of a scare because the ref didn't call it right away. It was kind of like, wait, is this actually a goal? Like, what happened?
And then there was also the one with Aubameyang half bike, and then the Young tries to hit it in, goes off the post into the keeper's hands.
That's right. That was the main chance for Barca.
Yeah,
But anyways, let's kind of look at all the results in the Europa League, see, and kind of we can make a little bit of predictions on who we kind of expect to go on to the next round to see potential opponents that Barca could have in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. So the first game was Real Betis against Frankfurt, which Real Betis actually lost. I'm a bit disappointed in them. You know, they're having a pretty good campaign, but out here losing against the German team, which is not a bad team. Real Betis was at home, so it might be hard for them to come back for that one. So let's probably expect Frankfurt to go through. Porto lost to Lyon. Porto was a Champions League team, so that's an upset right there. Lyon is not having the greatest seasons in Ligue 1 either. They're not even in like top
Porto
5.
almost made it. Almost stayed, no?
Into the next round of the Champions League, yeah, which is crazy. RB Leipzig automatically goes on to the next round because they were playing Spartak Moscow, which is a Russian team. Sevilla won their game 1-0. We know Sevilla is probably the main contender to this Europa League.
The final is at Sevilla. So.
Exactly. So that's they're putting their main focus, which is why another reason why I think La Liga is over, because Sevilla's, I think they're gonna mainly focus on Europa League and that's that for La Liga for them. Monaco lost 2-0 to Braga, Sporting Braga, which is, I think, in my opinion, an upset. Atalanta, who might be the other top contenders to the Europa League. Atalanta, Sevilla, and then I think Barca and RB Leipzig. I think those four are probably the top teams. Atalanta won 3-2 against Bayern Leverkusen, a pretty tough team. And then Rangers won 3-0. I mean, Rangers isn't a bad team. They already eliminated Dortmund. So there is some competition in there. Maybe not the biggest of names, but there is some competition for sure. So,
with that being said, guys, it's not over. We're still in a really good position, but we'll end the video here. If you enjoyed it, hit a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't seen the live reaction to Real Madrid coming back against PSG, do it, watch it. It's a good video. And with that being said, Visca Barca!